Jim Pfaff is the president of the Conservative Caucus. Jim, thank you for your patience. I know we had to bounce you around a little bit. I appreciate it. Jim, let's get right to it. The latest Kamala Harris fumbles in the media, the Biden-Harris response to the natural disasters in Florida, North Carolina, Georgia. Detail out what's going on here, Jim Pfaff.
Well, Kamala Harris is actually having happened to her what we want to happen in elections, which is for people to be exposed for where they are, what their capabilities are, and what their weaknesses are. I mean, the purpose of this pugilistic exercise that we undertake every 2 years and every 4 years in the presidential election is to figure out where strengths and weaknesses are. And all of Kamala Harris's weaknesses are showing up in a big way. We obviously, as you point to, the response in the Biden-Harris administration for what previously occurred in Georgia and North Carolina and Tennessee and South Carolina. But what also now has just happened as of last night, as Hurricane Milton pushed over Florida, we're finding out where the weakness is in the Biden-Harris administration. We find out, by the way, in comparison, that Ron DeSantis is an incredibly capable leader, and Biden and Harris are just fumbling around. But then you also see Kamala Harris in these interviews, which, out of pressure, she's finally doing, and they're friendly interviews, and she's still fumbling and incapable. This is what elections are all about, is this back and forth. And frankly, Kamala Harris is losing it, just like Joe Biden did before she was injected into it in an inappropriate manner. So this is actually a healthy, good thing. It's very messy and challenging, but Harris is not standing up to the task very well at all.
You know, it's interesting. I think Biden hates her. Trump said that the other day. I might get to that cut, guys, in a minute. But Trump said, look, I was right. Biden hates her. But this is what's interesting. She called DeSantis an egomaniac, and it was all about him. And then they went to ask Biden about it. And she said, well, actually, I think Governor DeSantis has been entirely gracious. So it's like whatever she says, he throws her right under the bus immediately. I mean, he's got to be sitting there. Think about this. Okay, the debate was a disaster. Everybody knows it. But Jim Pfaff, he's got to be sitting there saying to himself, I could have got the union endorsement for the Teamsters. I could have got the union endorsement with the firefighters. Probably true. I could have been competitive in Pennsylvania. She's not. I could have won that state. Now I just got to win Nevada, and I got a shot. And she's like fumbling it away. And he's got to be sitting there saying, okay, you guys did this coup. You screwed me. And now, she can't do anything. He's got to be pissed.
I think he's expressing that very clearly. Keep in mind, even in his dementia, he's still a politician. The fact that someone handed him a Trump hat a few weeks ago in that one event, and then after being urged, he ended up putting it on. I still think he has enough consciousness to know exactly what he was doing, particularly when he was carrying it up the stairs in the plane.
Why did he put that hat on? Why did he put that hat on?
I think it was clearly he knows that they threatened him with the 25th Amendment thing. That's how they got him out of there. He knows that Barack Obama was behind that, and Kamala Harris was going to sign on. And that was just a little mild thing. He didn't like Donald Trump. He didn't like Republicans even necessarily. But that was just a little urging and a nudge to say, listen, I got my eye on you, and don't think that I'm going to be standing with you. And it's played out ever since in precisely the situation that you just pointed out. Joe Biden is a vindictive person. He has been all of his political career. He is constantly causing harm to others so that he can advance himself. And now that in the latter part of his career that he actually didn't win one of those battles, he's going to be vindictive in response. So that's exactly what's going on here. He hates Kamala Harris. I guarantee he hates her right now and is not willing. He's willing to let Democrats not lose everything, but he's not willing to do anything that would benefit her, at least that he has control over.
Let's get to Tyler. I want to get to clip 21. When you get it up, let me know. This is clip 21. Trump yesterday saying that Biden hates Kamala Harris almost as much as he hates me. You got to run this, Tyler, when you find it. We got Jim Pfaff with up. Too funny, Jim. Absolutely too funny. Tyler says, stand by on clips. The computer is freezing. Okay, so Tyler just notified me. Just come in via the mic and tell me when that cuts up. In the meantime, back to Jim. So Elon Musk on Saturday jumps around the stage. Kind of funny, actually. What impact is he going to have?
It's a huge impact. I got to say, it's so funny that as he's promoting Donald Trump on X, there are all these leftist rags that are people, all these accounts on X that are leftist saying, hey, they were talking about Mark Zuckerberg censoring and being biased on Facebook. And what's Elon Musk doing? Well, there's a big difference. Mark Zuckerberg was quiet about his support of Democrats, and he was clandestinely working with the government to censor accounts. Elon Musk is not doing anything of the sort, and he's just letting people know transparently where he stands. But I've got to say, I get interactions from people on the left on my X account constantly, and there is no censorship happening anywhere in the United States political debate on X. These people are freaked out because they love having control. Elon Musk takes control away from them. We're going to look back on this election as a time when Elon Musk played a significant role in saving this republic and saving freedom of speech in this republic and, frankly, worldwide. By the way, not perfectly. There are some things I have some disagreements with. But what he is doing strategically is radically transforming something that was going off the rails. We were about to, in the West, lose any opportunity for citizens to freely speak without some pushback and some threat to their lives and fortunes if they oppose the government. Now, that sentiment still exists in the West, and there are people in power who can still assert themselves in that regard. But Elon Musk stopped the bleeding, and it's now going to be our responsibility after this to heal the wound. And hopefully we can do that. If Donald Trump's elected, I think we have some hope about that. I believe that Elon believes that. And then we're going to have to take the next steps thereafter, because we're not out of the woods yet, but we do know where the edge of the woods is finally again.
All right. I want to thank Jim Pfaff for being with us. Jim, always spot on. Thank you for your patience. People want to follow you, Jim, on social media. Where do they go?
Well, they need to go to my X account, Jim Pfaff, JIMPFAFF. They can go to TC Caucus as well for the Conservative Caucus. And, of course, they can find all of this at theconservativecaucus.org. That's our website, theconservativecaucus.org.
Jim Pfaff, thanks for being with us. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your insight. As always, great to have you with us.